First, let us know what is methods, and then we will learn how to declare a method and the usage of methods. So first of all, method is nothing but, for example, you have a human body. You are making your hand is there, your leg is there. If it is idle, there is no use. Someone is So when you wanted to eat, your brain is sending a signal to your hand to do the actions. So the brain is sending a signal action and your hand is making an action. No, so the hand has its own program called action, and brain, when it is calling that action to the hand, then it is doing an action. Similarly, methods will have a statement. Statements are nothing but like an actions only. Okay, when it is called by object, it will do the action. Yeah. So what is an object? Is object is nothing but it is a blueprint of class. Meaning, now if a class A is there, it has a variable. So there are three types of variables. Okay. So one is local variable. Another one is instance variable. Third one is a class variable. Local variable means the variable which we are declaring inside method. The life of the local variable dies within the method. Okay. And initialization has to be while creating. Okay. So this is a local variable. Instance variable means the declaration is same, the position where you're creating differs. So instance variable means it is created outside methods and inside class. Okay. And it doesn't die within the method. So it can be utilized throughout the class by using an object. So initialization of the variable, the default initialization of the variable is done by object, and this instance variable can be used by when called by an object. I'll tell you how all this works. So static variable or a class variable declaration is you will use a keyword called static, and that time data type variable name. Okay. So it doesn't require an object, it doesn't require it, but the life of the static is similar to instance. It can be called anywhere in your class. So you just can use a class name dot variable name. So first, let me explain how all these three works. Then I'll tell you how the object work. Then we will go to methods. Okay, let me create a new class. Now, int A, okay, and I'm trying to print A. So this is a method. It's called as a main method, okay. So a class will have a variables and methods, okay. So variable, it can be a local instance or class, and the method, main method is mandatory, and user defined method, we will learn how to declare it. So now see, I have declared a variable. This is inside the method. So whenever you declare a variable inside the method, it is called as a local variable. And what is the other thing they are saying? The initialization should be done when you create it, or you have to assign some value after that. Before you utilize it, you have to assign it, or you have to declare, initialize it with 0 or something. Otherwise, it will create an issue. This is called as a local variable. What is the second variable? Second variable is called as an instance variable. Instance variable, where you can position the variable, is outside the method. This is a method, so outside the method, inside a class. That means here. So int b. Okay. So if I want to utilize this anywhere inside the class, that is inside any method, then I should be using an object to use it. Okay. So initialization, when you create an object, if you did not assign any value to this variable, it will be the object. When you create an object, by default, it will initialize to its default value. Okay. What are the default value? Means numbers, means zeros will be the default value. Decimal means 0.0. String means null. This is how it works. Okay. Class or static variable means just you will be declaring the variable with keyword class. Anywhere if you wanted to use it, you can use it. And initialization is done. Say I can use it. If you are having a new class, then you wanted to use this variable from different class, you have to use it by class name dot variable name. Okay. So these are the types of variable. Now, how to create an object? Only when you learn to create an object, you will be able to access the instance variable and method. How to create an object is class name. Okay. Object name can be any name, equal to new class name, open and close. This is how you will declare. So using this object name, you will be able to call the instance variable. Okay, the variable name. You will be able to assign, you will be able to print the value. So when you create the object, what will happen in background is it will pick the instance and the method of that particular class, and it will be holding it. This object will be holding it, and for all the instance variable, it will assign the value. Now let's see how it does this. Now I have declared an instance variable. Now see, inside this method, I'm creating an object. So variable name. Here also you will be allowed to create an object. Okay. Variables, examples. So class name, object name, I'm just giving as obj equal to new class name, open bracket, close bracket. So what is the, when you create, what will happen is in the background, first let's segregate. So this is a class. Okay. The class name is what? Is variable example. Okay. Correct. So what all it contains, first let's, so what all it contains is, it contains a instance variable, class variable, it contains this, as well as the method, main method. Main method is a default method, you can leave off. This is how. So inside the method, if you have a variable and all, you won't consider it like this, because it will be died within the method itself. So you don't want to write like this. Now you are creating one object. You can create multiple objects for the class. Each object will have the copy of these things. So you have created on object called obj. So when you create this obj will hold the instance variable. So whatever the instance variable it has, no, it will take that copy. What is the instance variable? Int b, as well as class variable, but you don't want to have the object to initialize it, but still you can have it. And then main method. Main method is a default method, so you don't want an object to call it, so you can leave it off. So this object, what will happen? It will now initialize. It will initialize the instance variable to 0 if it is not assigned. Now it's done. Now how you can call is obj.b means it will print you 0. This is the first statement is done. Second statement, int a, this will die here. Next is sys of c. So you did not call what is b. So b you did not assign value. So the default value will be assigned for you. Okay. So you have just called a and c. Okay, C is again, it will be initialized. Now, for example, if you are not creating an object, but you are accessing C means it will again give you C. It doesn't require an object to assign the value. Okay, this will doesn't require object. OBJ will hold, but still it doesn't require an object to assign the value. Now, after creating the things are done, you can leave it off the C. You will get confused. It will take, you remember, it will take only the instance variable. It will, remember, it will take the copy of the instance variable. Okay. So obj.b, like that you can call. Then main method is a static, so you can leave it off. If you have a user defined method, then you will be calling obj.method name. Okay. So this b, when you create an object, it will be declared with initial value 0. Next, if you want to print the b, that is an instant, you can use an object name dot the variable name. So this will give you 0 as a result. But if you are assigning some value, obj dot b equal to 10, so it will read, the compiler will read each and every line. So now the instance variable b is now will be updated from 0 to 10. Okay, this will be, so this b will be updated from 0 to 10. So when you try to print b now, it will be printed as 10. So this is how the variable behaves. What is the next topic is we are going to learn how to create a method. Method can be created in 4 ways. One is method with a no return type, no arguments, that is the input you can say. Method with return type, no arguments. Method with no return type but have arguments. Method with return type and arguments. Okay. These are the 4 ways. So how you can create a method parameter is, first is access modifier, then return type, method name. Method name can be of any name. Okay. And then open and close. This open and close will have it can have an argument or it can left as empty. Okay, let's go by one. What is access modifier? Means you're restricting someone with some access. Now, for example, throughout the class, static variable can be accessed like that. There are different access modifier that you can restrict and access. Access modifier can be public, private, protected, or you don't, if you don't mention anything in that place, it will take it as a default. So I have one tabular column that will explain you like how it works. Okay, so I will share it with you in email, but these are the keywords. What is a public means? Public means the particular method or a variable. If it is a public, it can be accessed by any class by creating an object. Private means it cannot be accessed by any class. It should be accessed only within the class. I have a tabular column. I'll mail you. Now we will learn only public and default. Okay. Simple method let's create with no return type. If you are not don't want any return type, then you have to mention it as void. Method name can be any name. So first method, I don't want to have any argument, so open bracket, close bracket. Inside this, I am writing a statement, hello. So now this particular class has an instance variable name. B, main, you can ignore it, and the user defined method called first method. So the object, when you create an object anyway, what will happen? It will take the copy of the instance and the method. So if you want to access this method, how you can do is obj.first method. Then only you will be able to access it. When you run, you will be able to see. So it will come inside the method one by one, like how in main it runs like that. So what is meant by a return type means, now for example, you are going to a shop. Okay, shop, buying is an action. Getting the money is a input to the shop. After that, getting the returning back home with the reminder is the return type. Okay, so the type of the data is a money. It can be a coins or it can be a notes also. Okay, remember, so return type is the one, the reminder that you want to take it forward, and arguments are the one that you want to take it with you when you do an action. So that one you will be writing it here in the type of data type and some temporary variable name. Okay, how many where type of return you want, like that much variable you can use it. Okay, so what is meant by a how many arguments you want? Return type means taking it once the action is done, you want to return some result to the calling place. Calling place means here you are returning something, so that one you can save it in one variable also. What type of data you are returning? It can be an int, it can be a string, it can be a float, it can be a double, that you have to mention it. So I don't want to bug you with everything today. So today we learned a simple method creation, types of variable, how to create an object and the uses. It's enough for today. You have to practice it. Today I'm not going to give you an assignment. I'm leaving it to you to learn for yourself. So tomorrow we will see other types of methods and I'll give you an assignment. Okay, Aishwarya?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'll go through the ones and I'll read some more things related to this.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
And I'll have questions tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Bye. Thank you, Nandan. Bye.